Yo! What's good, peeps? It's your boy J-Rod. We're here with the Week 6 NFL picks and predictions. Now, I recorded this video about, yesterday or 2 days ago, something like that, and I actually had two other special guests on, but the video didn't come out well. They will be back on for next week's video. So this one is going to be a little bit last minute. You're probably going to get this either today on Friday or Saturday morning, either one. But guaranteed this will come out before Sunday. And it sucks because it was a banger video. We had our Thursday predictions. We had some really good different picks. But they'll be back on for next week. They better be. So let's get these, week 6 predictions here. So starting out, where do we start out here, man? Let me check. We'll start with the London game. We got the Dolphins facing off against the Jags. I really wanted to go with the Dolphins at first. But I'm going to go with the Jags. Whoever the Miami Dolphins starting quarterback is, I don't really care. I think regardless, I'm picking the Jags. Jags have looked really good in, they're 0-5, so they haven't looked really good. But in the games that they've lost, they've all been pretty close, I'd say. Don't forget that one they had against the Cardinals. They've played some good teams, and they've been pretty close. The Dolphins are definitely a better team than the Jacksonville Jaguars, but these are one of those games, in the London, anything can happen. I actually got last week's London game wrong, so hopefully I can get this one right. And I'm going to put some trust into this Jags offense and some trust into James Robinson. They're finally, giving James Robinson the keys to this offense to just pound the ball, so that's what I'm hoping there. And then we head off to the afternoon games. We got the Packers facing off against the Bears. I really wanted to pick the Bears here. I feel like they're actually just going to unlock the keys for Justin Fields for once. And actually say, hey, listen, we want you to take 25, 30 pass attempts. They're not telling him that, but I feel like there's going to be a lot more pass plays, a lot more RPOs. So you are definitely going to see Justin Fields be a lot more involved in this game. So that's why I'm a little bit questionable. Now do I trust Justin Fields to have a better game than Aaron Rodgers? Probably not. And the thing with the Bears is that they can win the game without Justin Fields needing to play better than Aaron Rodgers. But I just have a lot more confidence in this Packers offense to put up more points than the Chicago Bears. I know the Chicago Bears have a good defense. And their past two games they've won without really having to get too much involved in the offense. But after that close one against the Bengals, I think the Packers come out here and have a good statement game. But I would not be surprised if the Chicago Bears won this in a close one. And then we got the Bengals facing off against the Lions. I really wanted to pick the Lions here. The Lions, they are going to win eventually, right? But I'm going to give this one to the Bengals. They looked really good last week against the Packers. Honestly, that game could have went either way. And heading back to that last game, which kind of goes towards this one, is the Packers looked really good on offense in that game, but they just could not finish in the red zone. So if the Chicago Bears could just, lock down that red zone like they did, like they have been doing, and the Packers have kind of been struggling in the red zone. So that's another reason why that game could go either way. But, I think the Bengals would do the same in this week. I think they'll shut down the Lions when the Lions get in red zone range. I think the Bengals could definitely put up some numbers on this depleted Detroit Lions defense. We'll get by that. And then we got the Houston Texans facing off against the Colts. Colts had that tough one against the Ravens. They were up by 16 in the fourth quarter and then just slipped it away, went to overtime, and they lost that one. Same with the Texans. Both teams had a convincing lead in the first half and then just absolutely blew them. The Texans one was pretty embarrassing. Davis Mills was low-key throwing dots out there in the first half. That was crazy, dude. They were doing trick plays, flea flickers. They were doing everything on the Patriots, man. The Texans looked like it was weird, dude. They looked like a completely different team in that first half. But I got the Colts in this one. I just don't see the Colts being a 1-5 team. They should definitely be able to beat this Houston Texans team at home. Carson Wentz is looking better every week. I will give him that. I'm going to give it to the Colts. And then we got the Rams versus the Giants. Giants, I don't know what the situation is with Daniel Jones and Mike Glennon or who's going to be the starting quarterback. But regardless of that, they got a lot of injuries. And even without the injuries, I would still be choosing the LA Rams. So we will move on to next game. We got the Chiefs facing off against Washington, two defenses that have been very disappointing this year. You could probably argue, yeah, I mean, the Chiefs are the worst defense in the NFL. It's actually not even arguable. I was going to say it's arguable. It's really not. So I would not be surprised if Washington got like 30 points up on the board, but the Chiefs' offense is just going to do too much, and they'll be able to take care of business against Washington. We got the Vikings facing off against the Panthers. Both teams actually, the Vikings are on a 2-game winning streak, I think, and the Panthers are on a 2-game losing streak, if I'm not wrong. But I'm going to go with the Panthers at home. Christian McCaffrey, 50-50 for this game. Not sure if he's going to be playing. My prediction is that he is going to be playing just with limited snaps, and I think that will make a difference in this game. So I'm going to go with the Panthers. I think Sam Darnold's going to play more conservative this game. I think he's going to take care of the football more, which is something he hasn't been doing the past 2 weeks. And Robbie Anderson gets his first touchdown in 5 weeks. That's going to be my prediction. Or 4 weeks. 4 or 5. One of those. But that should be a close one. That game could really go either way, to be honest. And then we got the Chargers against the Ravens. This is a hell of a game right here. I like the Ravens. I'm going to go with the Ravens. They are favored in this game, being at home. The Chargers, they're not great against the run, so my prediction is Lamar is going to have at least 150-plus yard rushing game. I think he's just going to go absolutely crazy. The only thing I'm worried about in this game is that, the Ravens in big games like this, I feel like tend to rely too much on Lamar, and Lamar can only do so much, That's the only thing I'm nervous about. Chargers have been looking really good. I mean, they dropped 49 points against the Cleveland Browns, who's arguably one of the best, if not the best defensive team in the NFL right now. So, I don't know. It's just one of those gut feeling games, really. Like, I just feel like Lamar's going to go crazy. They had that big win against the Colts, even though it wasn't an impressive win at all. I just think, it's just a gut feeling. I don't know. And then we got the Cardinals facing off against the Browns. I like the Browns here at home. Browns are favored by 3.5, which I found kind of weird for the Cardinals being 5-0 and the Browns being 3-2. I don't know why Cleveland's favored. I don't know. Like, maybe because they're at home. I mean, that probably has a big part to do with it, but even then, I don't know. But yeah, I do have the Browns in this game. Cardinals, they've been actually really solid on defense this year, but they're not too good against the run. You can definitely run the ball on this team, and we saw Cleveland do that last week against the Chargers. They're going to do it once again. Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, they're both going to have some big games here. And I think the Browns are going to take a lot of what the Niners did last week, and I really thought I was going to get that Niners pick, man. It was so close. But I think they're going to take a lot of what the Niners did last week and try to incorporate that into this week, and being that the Cleveland Browns are a better team than the 49ers when it comes to, on the depth chart and player by player. I do like the Cleveland Browns in this game. They are pretty banged up on defense, though, so, don't be surprised if this is a high-scoring one or Kyler Murray goes crazy and the Cardinals win. Because I think Denzel Ward, there's going to be some star players out for the Cleveland Browns. Jadeveon Clowney might be out, so we'll have to see, but I still like the Browns. And then we got the Cowboys facing off against the Patriots. I like the Cowboys here. I would not be surprised, though, if the Patriots came out here and got a win or made this a low-scoring game at all. After last week against the Houston Texans, Bill Belichick's going to really work on that defense and make sure they're ready for this game against Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. But it's just hard to stop them. No matter what defense is playing against the Cowboys are going to score. That they're that team this year. The team that Cowboys fans have been waiting for. Now it's not playoffs yet, so Cowboys fans don't get too excited. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I got the Cowboys. I'm just a little bit worried about Mac Jones here. I'm not sure if Mac Jones is going to be able to keep up with the scoring, and not even just Mac Jones himself. I'm gonna say the Patriots offense. I'll just say that because it's not all Mac Jones for the reason why the Patriots aren't scoring a lot of points on offense. It's sort of what was predicted, So yeah, and then we're going to head off to the next one. We got the Raiders facing off against the Broncos. I like the Broncos here at home. The Raiders, they got some stuff going on with John Gruden being out now, some turmoil at that position. It's just really awkward. It's an awkward timing is what I'm trying to say. Like, it's not like it happened at the very beginning of the season or the end of the season. Like, this is just such a weird point in time for it to happen, and now they're on the road. I like the Broncos here. Both teams lost their past 2 games. It's going to be a low-scoring game. And the past 2 weeks, even with John Gruden, the Raiders' offense hasn't really been able to put up any points. I think, in the first half of their last 2 games, they had less than like 10 points or something crazy like that. So, I think the Broncos are going to give that Raiders offense some more problems once again, and they'll have just enough points and be conservative enough to get this win. And then for the primetime matchup, we got the Seattle Seahawks facing off against the Pittsburgh Steelers. No Russell Wilson in this game. Chris Carson is questionable. I'm not sure what's going on there. So I think I'm going to go with the Steelers. I actually do think the Seattle Seahawks can definitely very much come into this game and get a W under Geno Smith at QB. He actually didn't even look that bad when they faced off against the Rams, Geno Smith. Like, he had that 1 interception, but other than that, like, he was finding DK. He was hitting some good shots. So, I mean, Geno Smith could definitely surprise some people in this game. It's just, Pittsburgh defense against, Geno Smith. He hasn't had a start this year. I think it's the safest option to go with the Steelers. No Juju Smith for the rest of the season. Hopefully Juju gets better and stuff like that heading into next year. But I think they'll still have enough. I think Chase Claypool and Deontay Johnson come out here and have some big games. And then for the Monday Night Football matchup, we got the Buffalo Bills facing off against the Tennessee Titans. People probably think I'm a Buffalo Bills hater, but I'm really not. It's just like, I don't know why. I'm going against them. I'm going with the Titans. This is just a type of game that the Titans win. Last season, I think the Titans actually beat the Buffalo Bills in a very close primetime matchup. I think the same happens here. Once again, I just think, these are the type of games, like I said, that the Titans win. They are the only team that can lose to the Jets and then beat, like, the Chiefs or the Bills or the Bucks next week. That's how they are. A.J. Brown and Julio Jones should both be healthy for this game, so I think that will make a difference. If the Titans want to win this game, they got to get involved in the pass action. They need to pass the ball. They can't rely too much on Derrick Henry. I mean, obviously, Derrick Henry's going to get at least like 20 attempts this game. Like, you got to feed Derrick Henry. But, they need to throw the Buffalo Bills off guard. Ryan Tannehill needs to get the legs running. He hasn't been doing a lot of RPO this year or getting out the pocket, which he normally does. And that's why the Tennessee Titans were so successful, because it was like, okay, not only do we have to watch for Derrick Henry, but we got to watch for Ryan Tannehill getting out the pocket. We got to watch for A.J. Brown and all these other playmakers. And they had a good O-line. This year, their O-line's not great. Not as many RPO plays are being called. Ryan Tannehill is not moving out the pocket. Receivers are getting banged up. Defense is not great either. So the Titans got a lot of problems. But I think this is the game where those problems aren't as significant as they usually are. And they win. I don't know. I think that extra day of rest is also bigger for the Titans than it is the Bills. Obviously, the Buffalo Bills are a better team on both sides of the field. It's just a fact. They are a better team. But I am going to go with the Titans here at home. And so, yeah, those are my picks for this week. I didn't miss anything. The teams that have bye weeks, I'll just say that. We got the Falcons, Saints, Jets, and Niners. And I will see you guys for next week's Week 7 predictions. We're going to get some special guests on here if you want to be in the next, not episode. I guess episode. We'll call it an episode. If you want to be in the next episode of the series, let me know down below in the comment section. Anyways, I love you all, and peace!